Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ignorant Money Club. So today I'm going to be talking to you about credit cards, credit limits, just smart strategies when it comes to your credit card, and why I believe that you should probably open up one now if you can, better sooner than later, to start building your credit, because it's something that it will be very useful in the future, unless you're just like super duper rich. But even if you're super duper rich, it still can be useful. So before we jump into the video, please remember to smash up that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like everything we put out has been helpful to you and it's been impacting and changing your life. And please remember to hit that notification bell so that every time we drop informative content like this, you are one of the first to receive it. All right, so let's jump back into this video. All right, so credit. Some people won't believe, as financially literate as I am, I didn't open up my first credit card till I was 25, and I'm 27 now. So it's something that I kind of slapped, myself on the hand for, because it's like, dude, like, had you not, borrowed money against your money when you were younger to pay off a car, like, you literally wouldn't have had any type of like credit history or anything. So anyways, I'm just thankful that I did that. But officially, I had no credit cards until I was like 25 years old. All right, so let me tell you why I believe that everyone should at least establish some form of credit earlier than later. Remember, be responsible, but everyone should establish like some type of credit when they can. And remember, I am not a financial advisor. Everything on this channel is for informational and educational purposes. I'm telling you what I did and what I would do if I was like, if I had to do it all over again. So if you need any like financial advice, go seek those professionals that can provide it to you. But remember, educational purposes. So I pretty much opened up my first credit card with USAA, and it was back in 2018. And I opened it up because at the time I started doing my reading and I realized, like, dang, like, okay, credit is not like the devil, it's not evil. Like, I was literally thinking that stuff. I was like, man, this is just gonna mess me up, put me in a jam. But then sooner than later, I realized that no, this is how like rich people leverage like investing and doing a lot of other stuff. They do it with other people's money. They do it like, that's how you can become rich. If you don't have any money, you can freaking use other people's money to become rich if you're responsible. So credit cards are not the devil, for the record. They are very useful. They can be a very bad thing if you're unresponsible, or irresponsible, I'm sorry. But as I said before, look into opening up one and establishing a line of credit. Now, let me give you some reasons why I believe that credit cards are very useful. So say, for example, if you, don't have money at the time, that's the most obvious reason. You can use your credit card to kind of get you over until you get that cash and are able to pay a bill. And so that's like the most common reason why most people use credit cards. The second reason is they provide incentives like cash back and reward points to be able to use on other things. So for every dollar you spend on a credit card, you might get like 1 point or something like that. So I use my credit card to pay for stuff all the time because I'm getting these small cashback rewards, and it's very useful. Another reason is just essentially being able to leverage your credit card, or sometimes you can be able to utilize the funds on your credit card and pull those funds off and get cash advances and things like that. So say you had an investment that you needed $1,000 for, you can cash advance your credit card, pull $1,000 off and invest it with the hopes that your investment will give you a greater return. So that's another reason why a credit card is super important. And then overall, they just help strengthen your credit profile. Like, they help show that you are responsible. You're a responsible person that manages the money or will pay back the money that someone lends you, and that opens up other doors for being able to buy houses, being able to buy cars and things like that. So you definitely want to establish credit or have a credit card for those reasons. Now, another huge reason to have a credit card is because of like increasing your credit limit. Some people don't know this little trick right here, or it's not really a trick, but every 6 months or 180 days, typically most credit card lenders will allow you to request a credit limit increase. So let me give you an example. I got my first credit card in 2018. I opened it up and I had like a $6,000 credit limit. So with that $6,000 credit limit, if I open it up in January, by June, a little after June, I would be able to request a credit limit increase. And by me requesting this credit limit increase, it would allow me to increase the amount of money that I could potentially max a credit card out to. So if I requested a credit limit increase and they granted it, say they granted it for like $4,000, now I have a $10,000 credit limit and I can go out here and buy $10,000 worth of stuff on credit. And that's super important because that's like, wow, like I can literally buy a car on credit if I really, really needed to, or something like that. So that is why that's important, to make sure that you consistently check with the banks and see if you can increase your credit limit. They even give you options to lower your credit limit, but I wouldn't recommend that, because the higher credit limit you have, the more money you can spend on your credit card without being like penalized or dinged for it on your credit report. Because once you get over like a 30% utilization rate, they've even recommended on like Credit Karma and Equifax and stuff like that, the credit bureaus, once you get over a 30% utilization rate, they start dinging points and it becomes a demerit towards your credit score. So say, for example, I got this $10,000 credit limit and I keep it under $3,000, then guess what? My credit score, as long as I don't have any other bad factors, the utilization will be low enough to help contribute to a positive and healthy credit score. But if I get over a 30% utilization rate, say I, max it out, or not max it out, but spend up to $4,000 on my credit card, they see you as getting kind of risky, like, oh man, this person is getting up there on that credit card. Now, for business credit cards, I feel like that's personally fine, because with all of the business cards that I have, I don't have to report that. That doesn't get reported to my personal credit. So I'll max out my business credit card all day, and literally like that won't affect my personal credit at all, based on the experience that I've had. But everyone's situation may be different depending on what banks they or what financial institutions that they open credit cards up with. So that's like one of the main things that I want you all to take out of this video. It's super important for those reasons. Now, let's say you got 6 or 7 credit cards, which I do. I got like 6 or 7, and each of them have like a $10,000 limit on them. That's $70,000 worth of credit that you have. Now you got $70,000 to be able to go out here and utilize. You know what I'm saying? That's like you having a $70,000 loan available to you at any time, and that's amazing. So I would highly advise, be responsible, be disciplined, but if you can, always have that credit limit increased every chance you can do it, because that's only gonna allow you to increase the amount of money that is available to you during any certain time period. But overall, those are the main tips that I wanted to, give you about credit cards. I think that it is something very important for us to do. Yes, people try to, shy away from them, but with the right education, with the right discipline, and with the right mindset, you can properly manage a credit card at any age. It doesn't matter. So I would highly advise you to go look into credit cards that have like 0% APY for like 12 to 15 months. That literally means that no matter what you spend on this credit card, you don't have to pay any interest. And a lot of institutions do that to attract new customers and new users for their credit cards. So highly recommend you do that. Look into cards that have benefits such as, cashback rewards, as I said before, so that not only are you using a credit card to spend, but you're getting something back in return. Look for credit cards that have promotions going on where you spend, $3,000 and you get back like 5,000, or not 5,000, but spend 3,000, get back like $500. That's like a common one for JP Morgan Chase. And so just stuff like that, that's super important, because it's like you can literally make money by spending your credit or spending money using your credit card. And that is important as well, because this is the strategy that I'm gonna give you how I utilize my credit card. I don't spend or use my credit cards for things that I don't necessarily need. I use it for my necessities. So when it comes down to my bills, my utilities and stuff like that, when it comes down to my gas, when it comes down to food, my groceries, all that type of stuff, I utilize my credit card like crazy, because guess what? I'm already spend the money on the stuff. It's just like, why not get the cash back, or why not get to reap the benefits of using my credit card? So anyways, I just wanted to give you all those little tips, and I hope you open up a credit card if you don't already have one, and just be very disciplined and very responsible about how you handle it, because it could go the total opposite way. You can open up a credit card and feel like you have all the money in the world and max it out and not even know, how you're going to pay it back. So tip, I would never recommend you spending or maxing out your credit card on things that are just like wants that you have no clue how you're going to pay this back, because once that interest starts like racking up on you, it's hard to pay it off unless you just are a super high earner or something like that. Anyways, thanks for viewing the video today. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you thought this video was helpful, please like it, and I'll be back to you with more content. Thanks, and you all have a great day.